Well, Charlie, old boy, it's been a long time since you and I alone played in it together, hasn't it?
Yes, it has, boy.
Let's try a few of those old southern melodies for the boys.
It does me good to hear you say that.
Let's go.
Good. Now step on it.
We can't explain how each generation produces a visionary who, in attempting to create something for himself, creates a liberating and revolutionary landscape for everyone else to take part.
Well, the horses make me slip, nobody rides with her. I the rich, you live in town, weigh 440 pounds, going up 2 feet, going in front, going up 2 feet, have a little fun.
As a kid, my father and uncle were great storytellers, and they were always telling stories about things Charlie had done, and where a lot of kids hear nursery rhymes. I heard Charlie Poole stories. When we came up here to find his grave, we had to get the old map, to find the grave, and when we found his grave, there was a liquor bottle on the grave. Somehow we thought, okay, this must be it. One of the things I love about Charlie's music is he was bona fide, as they would say. It was authentic. When he sang He Rambled, it could have been autobiographical. When he sang Take a Drink on Me, he meant it. It was a part and parcel of the way he lived. Charlie sang what he lived and lived what he sang.
He rambled till the birds just cut him down.
Born in 1892 in Randolph County, North Carolina, Charles Cleveland Poole grew up in mill company houses with his 8 brothers and a sister. Charlie started in the mills at age 9 as a doffer boy, working 12-hour days. But he had a homemade banjo and was eager to use it in the lively local music scene.
This area of north central North Carolina, south central Virginia, and from here west, probably had more banjo players and fiddlers per square foot than about any place in the country. Mills, I think, inadvertently, without realizing it, helped this music develop by bringing all these people together. And they swapped licks, they swapped tunes. They had these, what we would now classify as a jukebox, that you would have found in a general store or in a saloon. So if Charlie Poole, as a 10-year-old boy, had an extra penny or extra nickel, and he went in the country store, he could hear a Vess Osman banjo record, he could hear a Fred Van Epps banjo record, and pick up whatever song was just out from Tin Pan Alley.
Banjo teachers throughout the South taught the classic guitar style picking. Charlie's cousin, a local banjo hero named Daner Johnson, learned that technique and taught it to Charlie. Charlie's unique banjo picking style, however, was ultimately the result of a drunken bet.
Charlie had had a few drinks, and he bet a guy 50 cents that the guy could throw a ball as hard as he wanted, and Charlie could catch it with his bare hands. So the guy threw the ball, and the ball hit him right across the fingers and broke all of his fingers. So his fingers healed back crooked. So when Charlie put his hand against the banjo, he was already in a picking position. He had a crook.
Rambling was in his blood and essential to his survival. It was the only way a professional musician could make a living in those days. In coal fields, lumber camps, and general stores from North Carolina to Montana, Charlie gradually built a name for himself. He also befriended a club-footed young coal miner named Posey Rohrer, who shared his love of booze, string bands, and rambling. Posey, like Charlie, started on a handmade banjo, but showed his real talents on the fiddle.
When you hear them play together, That's from years of constantly playing together. Each one knew what the other was doing. And the result was, it just dovetailed beautifully, blended beautifully.
What did you do when you brought your hand? You would get around and start to bad. Oh, Lord, honey, take a thing on me. Take a thing on me, take a thing on me. All around, take a thing on me. Oh, Lord, honey, take a thing on me.
Linked by friendship, music, and the bottle, Charlie and Posey became closer still when Charlie married Posey's older sister, Lou Emma, and settled in the town of Spray. She suffered his wanderlust, but repeatedly bailed him out of the drunk tank and sent him train fare home.
The #1 movie on Netflix.